Hey everybody, it's Ragdolls again, and welcome to the Saturday video. And it has been a crazy ass week at home. Again, it's just been a crazy month. It's been kind of a shitty month. Things are getting better. I'm working on it day by day. And news, to top it all off, this week was fucking slow as fuck. It was terrible. But I finally, in good news, I finally started doing my daily uploads of Let's Plays, which I've been having a lot of fun with. So I hope you guys enjoy that too. So let's get right into the news. Our first story of the week. HBO got hacked on fucking Monday. What the fuck, guys? What the fuck is with hacker groups hacking everybody all the goddamn time? And what did they do? They didn't hold anything for ransom. They literally didn't do anything. They fucking hacked HBO and then released an episode for no specific reason other than, I guess, just to release an episode of HBO. I don't really know why. I don't know what the motivation behind that is. I guess they just really wanted the world to know what's going to happen next in this season's fucking Game of Thrones. But, you know, it is what it is. They released an episode of Game of Thrones. I think I just said they released... I don't know what the fuck I'm saying right now. I have no idea what the fuck I'm saying. It doesn't matter. It's Saturday. This is where you get your goddamn news. Okay? If you're watching this and you're one of my 25 subscribers now, thank you for number 25. You know, this is where you get your news, and it's good enough for me. HBO got hacked and Game of Thrones leaked again. Happened twice this week. 2 times. Smaller other story, Destiny 2. If you guys have heard about that, for some reason they are limiting streaming on certain devices. I would definitely check out, there's a video from The Know this week that came out on Friday that basically talks about specifically what brands of streaming devices and services that aren't allowed. And so I don't really know. I'm assuming that includes capturing, but I'm really not sure. It sounds like if you have an Elgato, you should be okay if you use the Upload Studio on your Xbox, or if you use like kind of the normal like video capturing devices, it should be okay, but it sounds like streaming in general is you're gonna have some issues. So I don't really know why. I think that's so weird that maybe the software doesn't allow it. It doesn't sound like the developers themselves have actually come forward to say specifically why. It just sounds like, to me, the way what they were talking about was just that for some reason the game software is just not allowing certain streaming devices. I don't really know. It's probably like an anti-theft thing. Who really knows? I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal because there are alternatives. There's always a way, seems like nowadays, to get your content up and out there. So people will figure it out. Unfortunately, you know, for some, maybe not. Big stories in this week's gaming news. We have the trailer release for Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus, which looked fucking amazing. I saw some of the gameplay, which looked really cool. I never played the most recent adaptation to the game. I wanted to play the first Wolfenstein, but I didn't have an Xbox One, and by now I'm kind of just over the idea of going out and getting it. But I might now, especially since the second one's coming out. I kind of want to know what the story is about, and this is a direct sequel, so I kind of have to. It's got a new protagonist, and overall it just looks like a pretty fucking cool game. The gameplay showed a guy in a wheelchair shooting at people in a close quarters hallway in a submarine. That just looked fucking amazing. So I gotta check it out. It's over the top action gameplay where you're dual wielding shotguns and giant machine guns, and it's just hilarious. So I gotta try that. Big news, even bigger news, Tacoma for the Xbox One is finally come out, and there's quite a bit of gameplay already up on YouTube, so if you want to check out that game, I definitely suggest trying it. It's a sequel to Gone Home, which was also a really good game, but the reviews are a little mixed. I thought that was kind of strange that this time around the reviews weren't quite as positive as the first one. It's still good reviews. The game is beautiful. It runs flawlessly, but it sounds like the analysis of the AI in the game, which is the direct gameplay, that's your whole goal in the game, is to find out what happened on the space station. It seems like it gets a little bit boring, but there are some notable characters in the game that after the game is over that you definitely do go on remembering. And so it sounds like it's just kind of it gets a little stale in the middle, but it does leave behind a good impression at the end. So it's overall a great game. Another huge story, and my favorite story this week, is Activision is definitely wanting to continue to do remasters, and I think that that is a great idea. I'm so happy that we're kind of remastering games like The Last of Us. I played that on PS3, and I've watched the gameplay back through, and it just looks beautiful. Or even COD 4 Remastered, that game was just awesome. It was a really good reiteration of the game, but at the same time they kind of changed it a little bit, and it feels like a totally new game. The physics in the game, everything about COD 4 Remastered was just nostalgia, but also kind of brought in some of the new at the same time. It just felt new again. It felt like I was playing a brand new Call of Duty that had, that had those subtle nuances, but at the same time it was unfamiliar, and it was awesome. So this time around, we all know about Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, which is just wildly successful this year, but it's leading to rumors and debate as to whether or not we might get ourselves, get everybody, a fucking Spyro the Dragon remaster, and that is probably the most exciting gaming news I can think of. That is just nostalgia galore. That was my favorite PlayStation 1 game before all others. And my second favorite, which was a terrible game, which was Thrasher Skate and Destroy. And if you ever get a chance to play that, that's one of the best games I've ever played, but also one of the worst games because it's virtually unplayable. But if you skateboarded back in the 90s, that was one of my favorite games just for the skate spots alone. But a Spyro the Dragon remaster would just be amazing, and I don't think that anybody could ask for more. With Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy being so well built and well reiterated, and I mean, the remaster is just beautiful. They did really good with the graphics, they did really good with the gameplay, they brought back the same challenging elements, and at the same time they even brought back DLC for some of the maps that were never released on the original game. And if we can get that with Spyro, I think that that's a really big deal. They already brought back Spyro a little bit with Skylanders, and I honestly thought that we were going to see a Spyro the Dragon remaster a lot sooner than possibly next year. I was thinking that it was going to be a lot longer, or a lot sooner, like 5 years ago. But they're talking about it. I don't know if it's actually going to happen. I don't really know what they have in store. They're kind of keeping everything hush hush for now. But I think that a remaster in Spyro would just be awesome. I really can't really say any more on that because I mean, fuck it, Spyro. If we can get like a trilogy of Spyro, that would be awesome. But yeah, so you guys tell me down in the comments what you guys think. What remasters would you like to see from the original PlayStation lineup from Activision, hopefully next year or anytime sooner? You guys tell me what you think, and I will see you guys again on Wednesday. And also, we have some new Let's Plays for Banjo-Kazooie on Monday and Tuesday, and then I'm bringing back Layers of Fear, of course, which I did on Thursday and Friday. It's going to be every Thursday and Friday. So you guys have a great weekend. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you liked the video, and I will see you guys again next week. See you later.